Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. For those of you returning, welcome back. And for those of you that are new, hello, my name is Erica. I'm a homeschooling, homemaking mama of 5. We are in my bathroom today. It is a mess. I'm not going to say that this isn't regular because this is about regular. I don't know. I don't know why I don't put stuff up as I go along, but I don't. And you can see I've got 2 coffee cups right there. Our bathroom is really awkward. That's not the reason it's a mess. The reason it's a mess is because, like I said, I don't put things back up where they belong. But it is shaped very awkward. My closet's actually behind that brown door. I didn't clean my husband's corner up because he's got some receipts and stuff over there that if it's important, I figured I'd just leave for him to take care of. So my goal is to disinfect and Windex my bathroom every day. And yeah, of course, it gets done every day. No, it doesn't get done nearly as often as it should, but I always spray my countertops first. I know you usually start top to bottom, but this way, if I get clean or something on my mirror, then I can just wipe it off, last with the Windex. But this is just a bottle of Penallen and water, and then World's Best Glass Cleaner or Sprayway. I love this stuff. And I bought these auto cloths I got at O'Reilly's, and they're fantastic. They've got 2 different sides, and I'm telling you, they pick up the dirt better than any microfiber cloth I've used, and they don't leave streaks on my mirror. So these were a little bit more expensive, but I'm telling you, they are worth it. And again, these are all my clothes and my shoes, because I guess I'm still in the mindset of a 13-year-old girl, and I'm not going to throw my clothes in the hamper like I should. And, yep, those are me and my husband's clothes. Y'all, I ought to start keeping track of how many loads of laundry I do. This is actually, I will have to say with my laundry, it's not normally that bad. It's just in the last month or so, it's been really difficult for me to keep up with laundry. And especially now where I'm working on Mondays, it just, one day will offset the whole thing. Now, my son, Mason, my 14-year-old, has been helping me with laundry and kind of keeping up with it. So that's been a big help. Sometimes, like this corner back here, I felt in order to really give it a thorough mop, and I just needed to do it by hand, or in this case, by foot. So normally, if y'all have been here a while, I don't like paper towels. And I don't like, anything like disposable cloths. But in this case, I do. I use wipes for my toilet. I don't know. I don't want to reuse a rag that I've used on my toilet. Even though I know it's, you can wash it and get it clean and right back to new. But I prefer the wipes in this case. So that's why I use those. And then I found these floating around in my supplies, so they're just a little Clorox tablet. So we got 1 load of laundry, 2 loads of laundry, 3 loads of laundry, 4 loads of laundry, 5, 6. There were 6 loads of laundry. None of those were from the basket that I pulled out of my bathroom, and the clothes change was from later on. I went to church in between. Yeah, like I said, my laundry had gotten out of control. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how some of y'all do it. Let me know. There may have been an extra 2 or 3 loads in here too. Now I'm thinking about it, because I think I crammed another extra load in the laundry basket so I didn't have to make another trip across the house. But yeah, this is just the laundry of 7 people, I guess. I know I shouldn't be so hard on myself, because it is 7 people, and I can do 2 loads for just 1 day of clothes. So it's hard for me to remember that though. But when I see all this laundry and I feel like it's my fault, I know it's not. I know it's just because there's a lot of people, but we are our worst critics, I think. So these are some of my thrift store finds from a couple weeks ago with my mother-in-law. Y'all, look at these cute little father whatever. I don't know, these little faces on it. I didn't even realize it. So I've been working on my back homeschool room a little bit. I have these all back there, so I realized I needed at least, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it, but I knew that I was going to paint them all black, or start with the base of black. So eventually that's all I did in this section, was just spray painted it. So, you know, I've got a base to work with. Thinking I might paint the bows on that, or the little bands in the middle where it's tied, like purple or dark red. Those usually seem to be the colors I'm going to do something with. This one was my favorite though. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it or where I'm going to put it. So these bird pictures were filthy, and I just took some Clorox wipes and went over it with it. I didn't use a washable rag just because these came from the thrift store. This is actually what I do with all my thrift store stuff, is, you know, use a disinfectant rag and all that stuff. And these had like chips in them on the side, so I took a permanent markers you're going to see here in a minute, and just kind of, yeah, right here, just kind of went over it. Like, I mean, it's real obvious if you look at it up close, but from a distance, you know, it doesn't look bad at all. Okay, so this is my Walmart haul. It's just a very short, small one, but we were out of milk, so I figured I'd grab a few things. I got some corn, some tomato sauce, some big ones, some little ones. My daughter likes a little. What is it, Joe?
It's little tomato sauce.
Little tomato sauce. My daughter uses that for her spaghetti. A couple things of chili beans. I figure I'll have chili beans. Look at the biggest Red Bull ever. Elbow mac and cheese. Walmart, I don't know if y'all's Walmarts are like this. Ours was out of, it seemed like everything. There were so many bare aisles. Joe's got, show them the top. I can't see the top, babe. Some Lunchables. Some more Brussels sprouts. If y'all have been here, you know I love my Brussels sprouts. Some yogurts. Some ranch dressing. Some ketchup. I got more of these sizzle steaks. My son really likes these. This was the only chicken breast that I could find. Okay, Joe wants to show you my clam and corn chowder. Do y'all do this? I bought shampoo instead of conditioner. So I had to buy conditioner this time. Honey, I've already showed it. Thank you. I'm gonna show y'all those and we're not gonna talk about it. Anyway, so here's some mac and cheese. I found some of the Cheetos. They didn't have the jalapeno. Joe's got a little bit of a cold at night. He's been coughing real bad. Like, he's fine during the day, but at night, I guess you lay down and all that junk comes up. Some key lime pie. Some Boston cream pie. I guess I'm gonna have to order from Chewy or whatever it is, because everywhere's out of my dog's dog food. I had to buy this. It was the only kind that I was comfortable with. Don't mess with those, honey. You can show them though. I got a thing of 60 large white eggs. We go through a lot of eggs. Hamburger helper, stroganoff, and then cheesy Italian shells. Joe wants to show you my lean cuisine meals. Oh, I got the wrong ones this time. Chocolate almond milk. Crinkled cut potatoes. They had a few more potatoes than they did last time. Honey, I've already showed them, babe. Thank you. There you go. I've got some chicken nuggets because my oldest son eats them like they're going out of style. And 2% milk because we were completely out. So this was all about $140 some. And I think that's it. I think that's all of it. Yep. Well, all right. So there we go. Well, thank you guys for making it to the end of my video or watching it all the way through. I guess it's probably the middle because this might take a few minutes. It is Saturday and I said I would do a tattoo story time, which is my version of you get to know me. So we'll just start with the tattoo first. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that is a butterfly wing. It is half of a butterfly wing. Well, not half of a butterfly wing, but one butterfly wing. So I've mentioned my best friend Derek before. I've also mentioned that I have like 5 best friends and that one of them passed away. And this tattoo is in memory of her. I met Derek through Brandy. Brandy is my my best friend that passed away. I used to work at an Amish store, Amish barn, whatever you want to call it. I'm obviously not Amish. It sold Amish goods and stuff. And she came to work there as a manager. And you know, a lot of us, I guess women do it probably more than men. I don't know. It just, in my experience, we're usually pretty quiet at first, and you know, take a minute to really kind of get to know each other. And you know, it is sad that a lot of us are like that, and I'm guilty of it too. You know, it is true that women. It does sound kind of cliche, but it's true. We should all band together and support each other and lift each other up, instead of just always feeling like we're competition or rivals. And it shouldn't be that way. And sometimes it is, and sometimes it's, you know, it's necessary to have your guard up. Why am I fidgeting with my hair? Sorry, y'all. So anyway, I'm very quiet and reserved at first when I meet someone to begin with. So that's where I met Brandy. And at first, you know, we did the typical girl thing or woman thing or whatever, and we're real quiet and reserved. And if I'm wrong in that, y'all, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make a generalization. I'm just, you know, talking about my experience. So I thought she was kind of snotty. She thought I was kind of snotty. And the irony of it is she is not snotty in the slightest. So we worked together for just, you know, maybe a couple weeks. And we're okay, you know, polite and everything. It's all great. Well, one afternoon, we're closing up the deli part. And the Ace of Base, I Saw the Sign comes on. And oh my gosh, y'all, I love that song. Takes me back to being 8 years old with my sister, driving around in my dad's green Camaro with his mullet flowing in the wind, listening to some Ace of Base. And of course, because I'm such a calm lady and I would never embarrass myself, I start singing and dancing. And at that same moment that I start, she starts in. And we had one of those moments, you know, like, where if you were watching a movie, it would have like panned in on us, like making eye contact and becoming best friends at that moment, which is pretty much what happened. And from that point on, like this, it opened, it took down that layer or that wall that, you know, you have to, or the door, open the door that you have to when you walk through to become good friends with someone. So we are like work besties from this point. We haven't taken our friendship outside of work yet. We just didn't at that point. And so probably about a month goes by. I'd given her rides to work and stuff, and vice versa. She was, you know, she had her life, I had mine, but you know how work friends go. Well, then finally the point came, and she's like, I really want you to come out with me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that'd be great. She's like, but there's a catch. And I'm like, okay, what? And she's like, well, my best friend Derek. She's like, he is incredibly protective over me. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, that's understandable. And she's like, no, I don't think you understand. Like, he's just very protective. She's like, it's usually just us three, you know, me, Derek, and Josh. And I was like, well, okay. She's like, so I don't want you to feel like left out or, you know, odd or whatever, but he's just, it usually doesn't work out with other friends. And she's like, and rightfully so, because he's got a good eye for that type of thing. And she's like, I'm not saying you'd be like that. She's like, I just want to give you a heads up. He's very protective. And I was like, okay. So I'm like incredibly nervous to meet Derek. And I get there, and we hit it off. It's like great. Like at least I think it's going okay. And you know, I'm still a hesitant. He's super sweet, super nice. Josh is super nice. Everything's great. We have a great time. And she pulls me aside. She goes, I don't know what happened. He loves you. It's great. She's like, it's great. It's great. And from that point on, that night, we were all four together in some combination. You know, it was always the two of us, three of us, four of us. You know, it was never just one by themselves. It was just, and we were with each other for so much stuff. I can't even begin to tell you. I mean, I think everyone has that time in life when you're going through some stuff, and even if you caused it yourself, a lot of people that you thought would be there aren't. And I was going through a pretty rough time. Some of it was self-inflicted. You know, some of it wasn't. It was just a really confusing time. I was in, you know, my late 20s, and I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I was going through my divorce, going through college and stuff. And there were a lot of mistakes made. There was a lot of crap done to me. There was, you know, it wasn't just one-sided. It was just, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. And all three of them were there every step of the way. They were there not to tell me everything was going to be okay, or not to tell me that it wasn't my fault. All three of them at times were like, girl, you're messing up. Or, you know, that's stupid, or you need to let that loser go, or you're better than that, or that's ridiculous. I don't know why you're doing this. This is you're bringing this on yourself. Most, and that's what I think that's what real friendship is you don't sugarcoat everything. You don't coddle, but you still love, and you give them the truth. And Brandy was just always had such a sweet way of delivering it. She was the sweetest person I've ever met. I always joked at her because she would answer the phone with, "Hi, this is Brandy." Like she was sweet. She was genuinely sweet. And she wanted everyone to be happy. She wanted everybody to have a good time. And it wasn't that like, I don't want to deal with type of happy. She just wanted people to be she just loved everyone, and she wanted everyone to be happy. And so, which was funny because I'm not that way. I try to be now. Now that she's gone, I realize the importance, and I try to do right by her, and I try to be happy. I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to be genuinely happy, and I don't know how she did it. Some people are just natural like that, I guess. So anyway, none of this is explaining the tattoo. It all falls into place. But Derek gave me away at my wedding. Brandy was my maid of honor. Josh was in my bridal party. And my wedding, which was in 2015, was the last time we were all four together. So my wedding is very bittersweet. It's, none of us knew it was going to be the last time. It was very unexpected when she passed away. It was natural causes. I'm not going to get into her business or anything like that. I don't, it's just not my place to. But she passed away 8 days after Joe was born, and her middle name was Joe. Now, we had planned to name him Joe before she passed away, before Jeremy's grandfather had passed away. His grandfather's name was Joe. My mother-in-law's middle name was Joe. And Brandy's middle name is Joe. So Joe was just perfect. It's not Joseph, it's just Joe. So that's where the Joe comes from. Well, Jeremy's grandfather passed away before Joe was born, and Brandy passed away afterwards. She never got to meet him. If I seem unemotional, it's only because this is my way of trying not to cry. I've been accused of being cold, and it's not that. This is my way of holding it together. I'm not a pretty crier. I also can't stop when I cry, which is usually very rare, but that's why I try to hold it in. Not that there's anything wrong with crying. I probably should cry a lot more. It'd probably be a lot healthier for me. But anyway, so I'm telling you about that. All that to say, she had a butterfly tattoo on her back. So Derek and I decided to only get the wings, but we each got a different side, the butterfly. We purposely didn't get the body part. I should know the name of this, but I don't. I can't quite think of it at the top of my head. Because that was to represent Brandy. So, because she held us together. We all wouldn't have been friends if it hadn't been for her. Not that I wouldn't have loved Derek. Ironically, when I went to go work at a restaurant, after we met and became friends, I started working at the same restaurant he was, and I didn't even know it, which is weird, and it's just weird how that stuff works. But anyway, so that's why we have the tattoo. We were going to get different colors because just, everybody, all of us in our group are so different, but yet we have so many of the same quirks and personalities, traits, but a lot of people do. But we both love green. Green is both of our favorite colors, so we had green. On to the specifics of the tattoo. I have 12 tattoos. It was the most painful tattoo. And I had one covered over, redone, that had scar tissue on it. So this is how painful the top of my foot was. So my personal experience, it wasn't that long. It didn't take that long at all. And but it was definitely the most painful from the beginning to end. Now, some of my bigger ones, they hurt more towards the end, but after a while, your skin just gets so aggravated and, just it's sensitive that anything hurts. Just the cold water at the end. Oh my gosh, that's probably the most painful part. So, yeah, that was about that one. That was, it probably took about an hour, maybe 45 minutes. It really, like I said, it really wasn't that long. But when we put our feet side by side, they sort of form a butterfly, I guess. You can just kind of pretend there's a body part. I'm going to show y'all a picture at the end of this video of the tattoos, our feet together, and they look like they're two completely different sizes, but they're actually not. It's just the way the picture's taken, and it's just our feet are different. I mean, I've got little baby feet, and he's got, grown man feet. So That was really weird. I don't know why that all sounded weird. So anyway, that is my story about Brandy and my green tattoo, or my butterfly tattoo. So anyway, I want to thank you guys again for watching my videos. I'm enjoying doing this. If, you know, I hope I didn't offend anyone with the tattoo stories. Again, I know some people aren't into it, but I'm going to assume if you were offended, you probably would have quit watching by at this point. So I hope you all are having a blessed one wherever you're at. And I'm loving talking to you guys in the comments. So please keep it up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.